our national anthem. Good evening. I would like to extend my warmest welcome to everyone, especially the graduating class of 2025 and their families. Tonight marks the 49th Franklin County Technical School graduation ceremony. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge some important people with us this evening. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name or group, and please hold applause until the end. Members of our school committee: Superintendent Richard Martin, Assistant Principal Amber Crozier, Assistant Principal Benjamin Niles, Dean of Students and Athletic Director Joe Gamache, CTE Director Maggie Nugent, Senior Guidance Counselors Karen Canfield and Annie McCarthy, Facilities Director Joe Mazeski, and his maintenance crew who set up for this ceremony: Jamie Noel and Mark Matthews for technical support, and landscaping instructors Amanda Madison and Kurt Richardson and their students for their beautiful floral arrangements and for helping us set up the stage and the chairs. And lastly, to our senior class advisors, Alex Gertie and Barb Williams. Round of applause. I would also like to thank and recognize our teachers, counselors, and support staff who have guided and mentored the members of the senior class. Please stand, staff. Thank you. A nice round of applause for those. Last of all, I'd like to thank Brian Camden and his staff at the Turners Falls Municipal Airport for creating and assisting with parking. A round of applause to our folks. It is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you today to celebrate the incredible accomplishments of the FCTS class of 2025. Graduates, 4 years ago you walked through the doors of our school with lots of nervous energy and with a ton of potential. Today you will walk across the stage with purpose, realizing that potential and hopefully feeling a sense of accomplishment. Each of you has put in the time, the energy, and the hard work to develop not just academic knowledge, but real-world skills. Skills that set you apart and prepare you for success, no matter the road you choose. Whether you're heading straight into the workforce, continuing your education in college, or serving our country in the military, you are leaving here with more than just a diploma. You leave with the employability skills, the discipline, and the work ethic that employers, professors, and commanding officers are searching for. In our society right now, it seems like everyone is searching for shortcuts and life hacks. But the truth is, really successful individuals hold themselves to high expectations and expect those around them to do the same. Henry Ford once said, "Quality means doing it right when no one is looking." That's what you've done here. Day after day, in the classroom, in the shop, at co-op placements, you've learned to take pride in your craft, your effort, and your character. In a world that is constantly changing, one thing remains certain: the value of hard work and integrity. At FCTS, you've learned to show up, to solve problems, to work with others, and to persevere. These are not just skills, they are the foundation for a life of success and meaning. As you take the next step, remember the words of Maya Angelou, who said, "Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it." I hope you carry that with you, whether you're in a welding shop, treating patients in the hospital, building new technologies, or serving in uniform. To the families and loved ones here tonight, thank you. Your support has helped shape these young people into who they are. And to our dedicated faculty and staff, thank you for your guidance, your commitment, and your belief in each and every one of these students before me. Graduates, your future is not something that just happens. It's something that you create. And I have no doubt that you will build futures full of impact, of pride, and excellence. Class of 2025, we are so proud of you and appreciate your contributions to Franklin County Tech and to your community. I wish you all my best in health, happiness, and prosperity. Thank you. Superintendent Martin, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2025 have fulfilled their graduation requirements and are eligible for graduation. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite Richard Kukowitz, the chairperson of our school committee, to the podium.
Good evening, Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thanks to the school committee who came tonight. It was great representation. We have 24 members. We're those folks that meet at night most often when you guys are gone, and we help to, make sure there's money and things like that, create the teachers and so on and so forth. So I really want to give a great shout out to those members that volunteer all their time. Also want to congratulate all the graduates. Superintendent Martin tells me there are 152 graduating seniors this year. That's amazing. It's a great number of largest in the country. As you've been here as students, you've learned a lot about your trade. You've learned many skills, and you've learned about community service. Many of the shops go out and do things like cleaning, landscaping of areas, building buildings, helping our communities, and really making the community around you a better place. I ask you that as you move forward in your skills, that you look to what you can do for the community at large. Volunteerism is something that gives you a great deal of accomplishment and pride. And I hope you'll continue building upon the foundation that the instructors and staff here have laid out for you to keep your communities moving. And hopefully you'll be lucky enough to get on a school committee of a great school like this and know that what you're doing makes a huge difference. I want to again thank you, thank the staff, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Kukowitz. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank one more person I forgot. It's my fault. Heather Poirier, my secretary, helped set all of this up, helped organize all these diplomas, made sure awards night went perfectly. So a big round of applause to Ms. Poirier. At this time, it is my privilege to invite Richard Martin, our superintendent, to the podium.
Good evening, families, friends, faculty, school committee members, honored guests, and most importantly, the Franklin County Technical School class of 2025. It is a true honor to stand before you tonight, not just as your superintendent, but as someone who has had the privilege to get to know you, laugh with you, learn from you, and yes, even catch you kayaking in front of the field before the first bell. So let me take a moment to share a memory that I think perfectly captures the spirit of this class. It was one of those frigid New England mornings after a night of freezing rain. The field at the entrance of the school had completely flooded and covered in a thin layer of ice. By the time I pulled into the parking lot, the patch of ice had transformed into a full-blown mini pond. And there were about 25 of you, seniors bundled up, hauling kayaks out of trucks, paddling through the thin ice, racing each other, laughing, and then plunging into the water like it was the middle of July. I was getting out of my car, I could hear someone yell, "Oh no, there's Mr. Martin, the superintendent." But what did I do? I clapped, I laughed, I applauded, and truthfully, I would have done the same thing I actually tried to. Because that moment wasn't just funny, it was real, it was spontaneous, it was spirited and full of life. It was who you are. It's the class of 2025. That morning said everything about who this class is. Creative, adventurous, close-knit, completely unafraid to make the most of a moment, even if it involves kayaking in the middle of the winter. The class of 2025, you are extraordinary. You are the largest graduating class the school has seen in 3 decades. 152 strong, and you leave behind you a legacy that will echo in the shops, classrooms at Franklin Tech for years to come. This class is unique. We have 45% of you participate in paid co-op placements across the region. That's just not a stat. It is a testament to your skills, your professionalism, and your readiness for the world beyond our walls. Nearly 90% of our employers that were surveyed have already offered jobs to those co-op students. Let that sink in, that's 9 out of 10. That is a powerful statement not only of your capabilities, but about the reputation that Franklin Tech graduates have. And let me say this, those employers aren't just hiring hands, they're hiring hearts, minds, futures, your futures. They see what we've seen all along. Across our 15 vocational technical shop programs, from welding to health tech, from culinary to programming, this class has achieved excellence, not just academically, but through action, real world learning, real world success. You built homes, you cared for patients, you repaired engines, cooked meals, designed software, and served your community. But your greatest achievement might be something deeper, your unity. You supported one another, you laughed together, you faced challenges together, and grown together. You modeled what it means to be a team, to be a community, to be a family. Tonight, you graduate not only as students, but as change makers. Whether you're heading into the workforce, to higher education, to the military service, or exploring your own path, you are stepping forward with the tools no one can ever take from you. Your knowledge, your integrity, your confidence through the experiences here at Franklin County Tech. So class of 2025, as you leave Franklin Tech, remember this. Your journey is just the beginning, but you already have a head start. You are entering the world not just with dreams, but with plans, with skills, with a legacy of hard work. So you are prepared to break through the thin ice of life and persevere towards your goals. Go forward boldly, build, create, lead, and be adventurous. Congratulations to class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Mark. At this time, I'd like to introduce our salutatorian for the class of 2025, Danielle Walker.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Everyone here has worked hard to see this day, and being surrounded by friends and family make it all that more important. I'd like to take a moment to recognize a few teachers who have been here with us for a long time, both the class of 2025 and FCTS. while these people won't be continuing their instruction here, they've made a lasting impact on the school. These people are Ms. Bussey, Mr. Richardson, Mr. Berry, and, of course, in the administration branch, Ms. Williams. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our class advisors, Ms. Rudy and Ms. Williams, for staying by us for the past 4 years, organizing fundraisers and other events. Across these 4 years, everyone can agree that some days have been good and some have been bad. Very obvious, as that's exactly how life works sometimes. Some words, taken from someone who has become very incredibly special to the class of 2025, Lee Laster, are, if you have 24 hours in a day and 5 minutes of that is bad, why would you let those 5 minutes ruin the rest of the 23 hours and 55 minutes? That's all I wrote for my speech. It was only 4 paragraphs, and I found that when I actually sat down to write something for the first time in my life, I had no idea what I wanted to say. So I asked some of my friends what they would say if given the chance to talk to the entire class. These are some of their answers. 4 years is too short a time to be surrounded by such admirable leaders. With that being said, it is important to remember the principles which have brought us here and the people who have made that possible. I would ask that you take a moment to remember those people, whether they be teachers, friends, or parents, and show your appreciation for all they've done. John Cullen. How you find success is now in your hands. Your choices, your actions, all lead you down the road you end up driving. You now have opportunities in your hands other kids your age may not have or never will have. Don't let any of it go to waste. Dakota Santos. Stay out of trouble. Matthew Richards. Be nice. Be nice. It's not that hard. Jackson Cartwright Clark. You've all done so amazing, and I'm so proud of how far you've come. Good luck with everything you guys do. Isabella Decker. I have to disagree with Izzy on that one. She lied about all of it. Avery Heathwaite. Thanks for the memories that I may or may not remember in 10 years. Aaron Hart. I'll miss this, eventually. Hazel Andre. You were cool. If you know that statement is for you, then it is. If you doubt that I'm talking about you, I'm not. Allie Donahue Gonzalez Jade. Big dubs, Maddox Goodman. The W's included. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And look at Brayshaw when you say it. Everett Jones. And finally, instead of giving me a quote, Owen Cody, in true Owen fashion, called me a rodent. He asked me to clarify that it was a joke. Thank you all once more for being here, and remember to always take a chance to look around every once in a while. I've been told that life moves fast. You have to make sure not to miss it.
Thank you, Danielle. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2025 valedictorian, Caleb Hall.
Thank you. It is truly an honor to be up here on behalf of the class of 2025. I gotta get the window away. And I would like to speak for all of us when I say that we are immensely grateful for all the sacrifices that have been made for us to stand here tonight with pride. To the administrators and staff who have led by example, showing us how excellence is achieved by the work done in the background. Your hands have taken the spotlight, and in moving it from yourselves, you continue to shine it down on all of us. For your selflessness, we are grateful. To the academic and shop teachers, you have worked tirelessly to supply us with the skills and knowledge needed to succeed, pushing us to become the best versions of ourselves day in and day out. For your